Everybody, I want to hear you. Let's go. Come on. One more time. Come on. I like it from Akka on guitar.
And financial viability and long-term sustainability of this sector. But before then, it's important for me to, before I go into the main reforms, it's important for me to give you a bit of a background and a context to the current situation. You recall that on Wednesday, 11th of February 2026, Cabinet convened an emergency session to deliberate over development in the cocoa sector. The session considered historical and systemic problems confronting the sector and took key decisions. The meeting noted the following development in the cocoa sector. First, the 2025-2026 cocoa season began in August 2025 with a producer price of 51,660 Ghana cedis per ton, calculated at 70% of the gross FOB of 7,200 United States dollars per ton, using an exchange rate at the time of 10.25 to the US dollar. On the 1st of October 2025, Côte d'Ivoire announced a new producer price 20% above that of Ghana. In fact, this decision by the Ivorians, coupled with movement in the exchange rate, resulted in a significant difference in the producer price of cocoa between that of Ghana and Ivory Coast. The price difference had the potential to trigger significant smuggling of Ghana's cocoa to Côte d'Ivoire. As a result, the Producer Price Review Committee on Cocoa adjusted the producer price to 58,000 Ghana cedis per ton to reflect an exchange rate of 11.5 cedi to $1. The decision by the PPLC to increase the producer price of cocoa made Ghana's farm gate price competitive and stemmed the potential smuggling of our cocoa beans. From October 2025, unfortunately, the world market price of cocoa started dropping. While the price was declining, Cocoa Board continued to sell the beans until the price fell below $6,400 per metric ton, which is the cost of cocoa from the farm gate to the port. The causes of the situation and the way forward will be my next thing to address. The current situation is largely driven by the unwillingness of buyers to purchase Ghana's cocoa because it has become uncompetitive and very expensive. Cocoa from other producing countries is now selling at a price significantly lower than that of Ghana's producer price. Meanwhile, Cocoa Board did not have the liquidity to purchase cocoa from farmers and stock for hedging or other trading decisions. This was due to the financing model invented in the year 2024-2025 when the syndicated loan failed. Under that model, the buyers financed the purchase. By 2022, Cocoa Board finances had deteriorated badly. It defaulted and restructured the cocoa bills in the year 2023. For the first time in the history of the cocoa industry, in 2023, the annual syndicated suffered significant delays due to the loss of confidence in the Ghanaian economy and the sector. The first tranche was received on 22nd December 2023, 4 months after the commencement of the season.
Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to comment on the statement made by the Honorable Minority Leader. Mr. Speaker, the death of any Ghanaian in this matter is unfortunate. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and the loved ones of the deceased, and also to the entire nation. Mr. Speaker, I am the Deputy Minister of Health and also a traumatologist. In other words, I'm trained as a trauma surgeon specialist and consultant. Mr. Speaker, the event that led to this unfortunate incident and demise of the gentleman is tragic and should not happen. Mr. Speaker, in surgery, we call this a never event. Mr. Speaker, a never event is an event that should never happen. Under no circumstance, Mr. Speaker, should a human being die this way.
That let me just say that the long and short of the report was this: that inappropriate conduct was exhibited by virtually almost all the candidates even though you cannot establish, because the candidates were clear that what they did was in light of motivating of a delegate. We believe that was inappropriate. So in the light of that, the committee's report was to the effect that ideally we should have an annulment of the primaries. However, the committee also acknowledged that there are real obstacles that make it difficult for us to do that. One, the party's constitution does not have a provision for an annulment of election. Two, we are time bound because we need to be presenting a candidate by tomorrow to the Electoral Commission. So given these difficulties, and also there are legal challenges that could be mounted by whoever won, and the party clearly will not be able to go through any of that process without presenting a candidate very quickly. So in the light of that, the party effectively has taken the recommendation, which is that we, given the time and also the legal challenges, we have no option but to present Baba Jamal, who actually won according to the Electoral Commission declaration.
Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Therefore, and make I say, ubenya adayesun bi anani so adin hunu bi a na shasin ifri obi a sebe also die ana we ni so adin. Enti eni so adin hunu embasa. Unless nipa no yo nipa bi a ono ade bibi sine ni so na wadwen akọ ekyira hwe nechi say dia meye see na be start na see na be wie. Every great dream begins with a dreamer, so never underestimate or never undermine the kind of dreams that you have. It's sudden akrampo, just dream it. And I mean say dia uye de isa, and now we see people that we've acknowledged in life that are doing good things, they are doing great things. It started with a small or a little dream. And maybe I will show you now. Uti me biano make I will say, they do best you need to be an mananya de so. Shouting the bishop, Nanso who say, what they call Kaya. A bear can say na boafu profo, and my own so there see you need to know it me abim. This is my quote of the day. If you check your time, it's 20 minutes past 6, and today happens to be the 26th of February 2026. In fact, my kwenya we so na me wish me ame ho a happy belated birthday. And dra na me awoda me de nyame ayadom de mfie ba ko aka mafe ho. That was yesterday. Enti me jina jume de we so na ma wish me ame ho a happy belated birthday. Now we are back in the airwaves again with your authentic political talk show. Meeting Lawrence Apini Yebo always me friend me Nana Kofi Apini Yebo Amejoso. This is No Crime Live on Today Ghana News TV. And me Yabuja Yede Ghana Hunsem. If I mind yourself who need the echo na Eddie Bro. Me Sabe company Fubi Ewo Fidimu Hanemo Mamenkayo. Say Jumedi this program is live via Twitch on the satellite. Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and something kind of so. Search handle no Today Ghana News. In fact, we now boss supena the aye and the aye twemi na go no ubenye bi share na weti. They also dream say what be come now they aboa. Now they it's not to say you should also know say we are doing this for God and country. Ye my ho ye amanyame na ya ma ye man. Said be ya ye man no ebetimi afan tampefra. But you nyatem didie. Enyatem didie adwen na yin na ye kire. That's it. We're also live on our associate channels, that is High FM 93.5 Ewa Chimhiman in the Eastern Region, Samri. Menyan TSA Honmi no me biem kuha muti Median. In fact, Musin Konyan Sabesin Konyan. I'm sure we are watching him. No, it's in Case Radio Ewa Kra Jamframa TV, Rara in the T region. Sasuna Security Information Center, no, Tatalet Northern Ghana. Adeleman Community Information Center also. Is in Konya and Omutie Fans TV or Flow voter region. Sremo, so be kind say de ba ko pe na mesre say obeyama make sure say unya hu say de yi abeda so pe pa unsabo like no so na share. In fact, would brand now do ba that is the comment section no. Yes, you benya bo share pa na achim na ya kan wadwen kyerɛ na ma say de be afofofo so benya bi 18 na ahye so share ni hia me papa. Nti sa bibia wo bia wa be kan say bia no make sure say once abada share button no so I will like now will share now the comment so eba me wie ni say because of me branding tea ma me fa onko na me no enko hwe nsem a samre ebeto dwa the Evening Tribune newspaper kese pa Ghana han de akoya te say watchman watchdog hwe bibia in fact newspaper we ntronim accuracy nkwana ye de edwuma na bias susu nim the one sa na e tro no so Ghana ina akwa wenye bi ato na wakan authentic newspaper that is the Evening Tribune. If you screen so na dia beto so fe design ni bibia also be achi nemo no kram kwa na wom. These are some of the stories people ye front page of the Evening Tribune newspaper. Now osha Musa GRA boho, GRA cracks down 5 custom officers interdicted over suspicious transit cargo. GRA cracks down 5 custom officers interdicted over suspicious transit cargo. Same way. The guy can yen from the non-mabrosu ye who say cargo chum na bibi wom na ya chi na I say why na ya sometimes amoma sa aka si kwan na mode sa nyoma aya mode fa ye krum ye kwan so sebi nduboni aya etimi ehu na de akeka hu na no officers brain etimi makwan why na check it. In fact after the officers who even check the officers or before the office card beba no officers na mu ye djuma na why na check omo. We allow everything to our country bibia na di twem. Sometimes we say, oh, police people check car be na say na wom. And so your checkpoints are custom officers be all custom officers be or a checkpoint. And so yetimi hwe han na di na me twem bokrum na se be nduboni ebo arokrum. Enema enten facha na ebo arokrum. Who checks these officers? In fact, I'm very, very happy. Say we are told ya now. Whatever the outcome of the case will be, and I think it will serve as a deterrent to all the officers. As admin, you won't hear the security of Casa and Camotion. I'm by now. Feed the one could be more. Now, the movie and a moye. Mate. What am I interested? On my right hand side of the paper, no, Baba Jamal rallies NDC faithfuls for unity ahead of March 3rd by-elections. Usha Baba Jamal no page nsa tin I say nkroma backwards never forward ever as I'm ni phone da of fefe. Remember now a black host Guinness World Record holder Sharon Padiki pledges to show Ghanaian arts at missions abroad. Now here era kuje to a black yeah, swap for our fair we so foreign affairs. And as I may chair Madam Sharon Dede Padiki, Guinness World Record holder, Papa. Or Shani Boss said, your baby over Ton Ghana art. Oh, Amana no beton. Right. Auntie, way and some go more the Evening Tribune. Ghana's only watchdog front page. Me sure say who koji krata no kan nsem no bebre wum also be nyam yakan na wo dey abreast yourself just broad horizon know what is happening in the country in our political circles ni baby ntimi so we ne bonye den kope bi na ato na kan na wo so hu de ekọ. All right, me wo abedwophobia na me ne wo bedi dwumadi mpanimfo ada ne dey na mo nya adagere bre ebetina dwumadi so na omuni adwunwe de ekọ Ghana ho pense mi nsem se bia ye wo bia no so ye de bo mu a se de mu akwadre e wa mayo semunti na mu de nkyeremu so aboye msrew ma min ko studio bi na min chia min penifo yi na mum after the we no I'll just go for a quick commercial break na me ba then we can start our show. Open your man Kwame. Good evening.
Yeah, Menua, good evening.
Apum.
Yakupon is fine.
Ele nyame ase. Ele me dey say the waje watai say e fa umu ankasa.
Hey, nyame na.
Praise be to God. Opening na enede na eko.
Mame fa kwanya we so na me fa aseda imodi ema otwedi ampon. Esan se ebreso ya wadasi. Ni nyakwan betem ha na nyi ahoden enyi nim de. Na ye ono Nyankopon adum nti o se dia aseda ema no. Esan se oni edi ni na onkoso mo ye ho ban o mi nim de. Na ye ma Ghana no so enko nim from. Mada Nyankopon ase awi no na afi me de enchie mo den kese enkoma de latter day saint owura Nyankopon ayi no ama Ghana awi mremu owura John Dramani Mahama eye latter day saint John Dramani Mahama oyi Ghana free ahohia mu e de akọ boshe asase so nchia ba bi obi a me de nchia kese ema no na me chia NDC empanyimfu akuku dani anintri nyina grassroots ebesi floating voters me chia obi bia so na afi memra amanone na memechia me fe mani che Denmark me kochia me ankasa me sister eye oba ya Rus oseya akutu na menchia Samson oseya akutu na menchia merbafo akutu omngina o Denmark opegan abruchimemu na menchia me ankasa menua Benedict yadom kunadu baby obi amechia wo South Africa na me call Moscow na me kochia me ankasa menua kwadraje ma baby obi amechia na afi memra Freiburg na me mechia me mpanimfo owura Amos one samotete few na me ankasa menua Eric Kwabena Sante also a Freiburg member active member kesi ba kon o Freiburg baby obi Eric Kwabena Sante mechia na afi membre fi na me mechia busuafo me ankasa me ma me wo me papa bi oba papa Elizabeth Bodua aka Sof Mame me bawo bruti Sof Mame baby obi no oba kwa me adwumani mechia na me nkoka so akọchia me ankasa menua set ochade also obo NDC hundero ka so ane ne patem baby obi mechia na afi otu senior east menchia owura Samuel Ofosu ajare baby obi so mechia na menchia NDC mpanyimfo nyina ne Ghana fo nyina na me ankasa menua me ne be issue owura Dr. Abongo baby obi bra ne badwan issue ne sanse ebere so sie de nokre ene bre Ghana fo issue ye friend ne nokre bre enti inyaji akunwase ya ne de nokre ahinta na edi abre friends ye maame ye papa ye nuanom ye yirenom ne ye ma moti enokra ekoso nti befa kwanya we say so astress obi biara entweme na fidi we mfiri we na we nhyema we na program no enkwachi obi anti enokre ahinta esanse today Ghana TV ye tenase ane de nokre through undiluted truth and ye bre Ghana for ye de nokre ahinta enokra akotete eno ne de bre atifo nti obi antweme na ye tifo oba no aba be share program no na kwachiri esanse share na men share no ena ma program no kwachiri nti esre obi biara ne sabeka program se on share mani nua na ni nua nso share mani nua na ni nua share mani nua na afi omutie no kra ahita o man Ghana nti bi tie busuafo nyina nua na me fa kwanya we say man happy belated birthday esanse Yakopon aya afi poly 365 days aka ho fi ho enye easy nye depending na nya no se de wonya no nti ye dia fi we say no onkoso insira o ma wosi muntre emani ma enku anim na afi sese no no ye insira o free adumu kwadumu Yakopon insira menua na ya ma awoda pa Yakopon afi wawuram no amane ma papa yoti
amen. Amen. You really say opening doc mas Masud Abongo ombeka yensa ye samre me person ba ku bi twa me ho me do be ko beyond makeup na makoje nkratro sanso na me kai say ya program ya hye African Arts Festival exhibition no pacho ebeba so ma me ntwa me ho me kwa kwaji sa adwumedi ho ina nkratro na me ba dwumedi no ye de ato so me se menko bebia ye ba sisia.
Welcome to Beyond Makeup, where beauty and confidence are taken to a whole new level. Here, we pamper and take care of you like royalty. Enjoy our gentle waxing, refreshing facials, and soothing massages that melt away stress and leave your skin glowing. We also offer professional makeup services, manicures, pedicures, durable nail extensions, and perfectly sculpted ombre brows. We give you the most perfect soft lashes that highlight your natural beauty. At Beyond Makeup, every visit is more than just a service. It's an experience of care, elegance, and transformation. Locate us at Chado Last Stop or call us on 0559 933 505 or 0506 474 911. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Beyond Makeup, your journey to wellness starts here.
Oh, say yay! The African Arts, Food, Music and Culture Festival, Armenia 2026. Society, ya pa hunting of a Francis Consults, Eto Esa Afro Esbitesa, and what Ghana, any Africa, some showcase creativity, and what global stage. So we artists, fashion designer, chef, musician, and empo, cultural entrepreneur, and you know woman. So what the African young creativity ever the global stage ever Europe. Ya boy ya pomo atuho. Ya show registration I say. And it's 2% participating. And now on getting more information there. And you know contacting ewa humachu so +374 558 508 11 and +233 542 545 815. Following our Facebook, Ope and Sembisa Ana Bibi Piata Efaye Hon. Ubetimi I email and so ewo African Cultural Festival 2018 at gmail.com. African Arts, Food, Music and Culture Festival, Armenia 2026, made of way. Africa on display, culture without borders. Yeah, that was it,
Okay, ebere mo asese munya bre na muni sinkonwa bom asamre yi twa ho kakra ya ba. Na openi Masud Abongo nyambe ka yensa. Afen so, yo nsem bia ene achicha ebedi ho nkomo nemu. Before I ever get into those stories, I just want us to, touch on and maybe within the week see to social media. It was quite disturbing. Inter schools are a course so as average school for be able to share school ni back so mo bono e prepare no nchimu beto mu se akwara na nkasa no no gina ni baby a o hwe na ade na de hu ya ne se na school for a start e dwane inter schools are no mo ye sambe kaya ya first school mu danti afi bia na ya na school fushim na you could grow sports. Yeah, you're interested in sports, and I think that is where you have the time and the space to exhibit your talent. So it may raise a lot of leaders or a lot of heroes or moody when it comes to sports. I deal with the GS if any agro. School for na share brente back. School for Bruno. Free prior kasa. Now this act, you see, sometimes now it will be people thought fun yeah the day it really happens. It mostly happens in schools, especially when during inter schools. Now it's something that we should all sit on this platform to condemn. It's something that we should all sit on this platform to condemn. Mushimwa na agro na mukodi. Na kwese maintain me. This boy could have lost his life for no reason. Says no kwa no nim de oye. The only answer will be Johnny no musu Johnny view. I'm rented to share no so no. Now, the same way, the school that is responsible, GES should make sure that the headmasters of the school, the authorities of the school fish out those people who were involved in this notorious act. You see, they shouldn't cover them. They shouldn't cover them. Now, Usha video now it's quite appalling. Mobo. Said omo tugu nipa bakoso bro nipa nso ni bebia. In fact, before I even jump into my topic of the day, now I would like Upeni Kwame, if maybe say when video know of heard any stories about this, I'll give you the chance to touch on this one. Then we can go ahead with our programs. Upeni, did you by any chance come by some of these disturbing videos online? And what's then I'll confirm. What's the address on this?
Maybe some experience way back. I think if my memory may set me right, 2003, 2004, thereabout. I was also a victim of such incident. I was lucky I got informed, so I couldn't go to stadium because I think one junior, I'm a senior, I'm a compound overseer. So I was directed to kids in someone called Juma. Or report to my I think Prempe. I was warned by Prempe, Kumasi High, and I think Asante Mine. Say my boo munia, my panisi munia, I shouldn't come to stadium. Yes, sir. The senior. Quite unfortunate. Could who be a similar note almost to say me. Emma de Modene Femuno, Yankopun Kwanka, or Shrenenkwa. And he saw this kind of art, no. Say I'm shani and Kasa and Chelanasi and Tuasi, and no, and now Omudi Femunina, no Mababe notorious gang, more street or more handcuff one because essentially to begin at home. And he said, this type of games, and no, it's me, Yenya leaders. Because we are singing Anna, and my best for if you are coming from a family where there's no name, these are key areas I shouldn't joke with it. 1, education. 2, entrepreneur. 3, talent. 4, other kind of skills are one kasawo. Na uba abruche hanmisia. Yedisa a friend nipa doing from education and talent. You send your nama best for your making. And no and the better we are obedi. Because we on manitini muano. And see or special talent you on ma. This kind of anything deba. We see voting adding in no what me abedi we are singing and talent in make too. And I want me the abedi. Oshe the great footballers away in na. Osha ABI academically no or nyade, but it come to talent, no one can beat him or her. So I say, enunti GS was a konya say a hona yetimi picking for talents hide a woman na yetimi a you mopi. Into people from yes interconia people obi ananka or work with us ananka yin nim baby and I want yetimi discover no. So I say na sɛ obi bɛkɔ hɔnom na sɛ ɔbɛkɔ akɔhwere ne nkra na sɛ ɔbɛkɔ na sɛ ɔkɔnya issue dia na ɛsɛ no wankɔ a na ɛyɛ na die nti n'ani kwan sɛ ɔkɔ saa nneɛma a osisi antu aseɛ ntɛm from GAs ɛne friends sɛ house masters ne headmasters na fɔm na nsi fɔm ntu aseɛ a saa nkɔfoɔ yi a na nyini ɛbɛgyina street so ɛbɛdane sɛbesɛbe kwamukafoɔ sɛbesɛbe ɛbɛdane friends etutura asɛm ɛwɔ street so because wɔhyɛ ase wɔ school na hwee ɛnsi no ofi sɛ saa na society ne tie ɔde ba bɛgyina abɔnten aba bɛyɛ ntumi de misusu sɛ ɛyɛ art a ɛni kwan sɛ yɛsoso koraa ɛyɛ very bad indisciplined art so what I say because of this kind of talent a yɛ exhibit no ɛna mɛ nipa bebree ɛtumi aba bɛgye din wɔ wiase because obi wɔ hɔ no nyɛ saa ntɛko ne yɛ under no way a yɛbɛtumi adiscover no wɔ wiase baabi a but due to this ntɛko no news oh school wey sɛ ɔmo wɔ ha no si onipa so ma sisi ne sɛ ne yɛtumi afrese no out na wɔtumi aba abɔnten aba bɛnya fɛn sɛ baabi ɛma n'abusua nso ɛtumi adi yie bɛsɛ obi ba aba mmea nyinaa no ɛbrɛ school fo yɛtumi di socialize ɛmi yɛhu yɛn ho wowɔ akraka wei wɔ fɛn sɛ atemɔta yɛ nyinaa ne aba bɛhyia ne nso ampa ne aba bɛyɛ exchange of friends but sɛ obi bɛba na sɛ ɔba bɛhwerɛ ne kra na sɛ ɔba bɛnya asɛm deɛ na yɛkɔyɛ anaasɛ yɛba nti mi de misusu sɛ ɛyɛ art a ɛni kwan sɛ yɛsosɔ so airtime because akwalaa deɛ wunni that kind of authority ne sɛ wobɛtena wo nsa kora ka obi in this modern time democracy na wo teacher ni koraa deɛ teacher ni koraa ɛsɛ ma ne mfa abanka na how come sɛ wo nua na wode experience wode wokɔ akɔto asɛm so akɔbɔ no ɛdeɛ na wayɛ wɔ no nti wontumi report mu authorities so ade aseɛ nti me nua mehu sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ ni kwan sɛ yɛsosɔ so airtime koraa ɛnyɛ adeɛ sɛ yɛsosɔ so in any form of institution bi mu sɛ yɛ technical school say vocational say yɛ secondary school say yɛ university what form of education say polytechnic ɛni kwan sɛ yɛsosɔ so baabi a because saa deɛ sɛ yɛntu ase yɛmfiri hɔ nom a sɛ nipa yi nya kwan bɛwura tech bɛwura legon bɛwura mu wɔ UMass any other kind of institution na tertiary institution na the same art na ɔde kɔ akɔyɛ so ade aseɛ wɔn mu na ɛtumi trigger no makɔ mu teachers wɔn mu na ɛtumi trigger no makɔ mu headmasters ne ade so ade aseɛ akora wei bɛnyini a panyin bɛ na yɛ promote no panyin bɛ na ɔba bɛyɛ wɔ Ghana nti mɛsrɛ sɛ GS awofo wɔn yɛntu amanofo sɛ yɛ kaase mu nkosua adeɛ yɛn kaase mu nkodi atutu asɛm so ade aseɛ nti mɛsrɛ sɛ whoever abusua a wɔn de seɛ akɔ ɛfɛ sɛ ɔyɛ mu no yɛ mo hyɛ den mɛsrɛ sɛ GS aban brem na afɛ baabi yɛ mmara ne da no because sɛ wɔn nya 18 years a yɛ mmara wɔ hɔ no na sɛ wɔn nya 18 years nso a mmara no wɔ hɔ mmara ne nhwɛ na afei asotwe bi wɔ bia yɛn fɔm mu na ɛnyɛ nsɛ na hɔ ɛma foforɔ na yɛsi yɛkɔ games a anaasɛ yɛkɔ stadium a ɛyɛ agorɔ ne yɛkɔkɔdi yɛnka sɛ yɛkɔsi akɔkɔ ntɔkwa anaasɛ yɛkɔsi akɔboro yɛn ho anaasɛ yɛkɔsi akɔkunkum yɛn ho ɛyɛ agorɔ ne yɛkɔkɔdi ɛhɔ na ama nipa bebree ano ɛnsa kɔn ano because ɛhɔ ne yɛtumi hu wɔn talent ana ahide so ara yɛsɛ eti sɛ obi mmra ne yɛnhwɛ ne talent ahide ne sɛ wɔn no bɛkɔ akɔyɛ osi akwan deɛ ɔwɔ sɛ mma wɔn baabi ɛkɔhyɛ na sɛbea wɔnyɛ osi akwan ɛma foforɔ ne ntumi nya ɛfrɛ ne sɛ afoforɔ so mfa so because the Biamaka, if you are from a family where there's no name, you shouldn't joke with these key areas: education, talent, entrepreneur, or business. Don't joke with it. So what I say. Now, some of us want to business or a student. Until here lies two options to exhibit his talent from a poor background. Obitini actually sampa. Menso me wahad obitini amabusione a free from zero to hero. Until obi basa dena ye sini kwan. Yɛmɔ bia kwan because games na sani because me say free school yɛyɛ games na sani select the best na yɛde makɔ so that say by doing that no ɛhɔ ne timi hu sampa nipa smesi wɔ school a ɛwɔ bodua say secondary school sɛ akwala we say wotimi tum nika wotimi every high jump onim bɔɔbɔ so that say aban bɔ no ne yɛyi wɔ mu ɛno na yɛtimi fam ani bia ba bɛdwene ne blaster ne ade nti mɛsɛ ɛyɛ ade pa ɛnya ade a wɔwu nti ɔsi yɛtwam yɛbɛsusu sɛ yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ obi biara wosusu sɛ saa adeɛ no ɛwɔ no mu sɛ ɔbɛba stadium aba bɛdi nkwasi asɛm anaasɛ ɔba bɛyɛ enyambrasɛm no aban anaasɛ GS ɛhwɛ no montwe n'aso no montwe mu mfiri ho na GS ɛntumi mfa no ntoma pɛmfra na sɛ yɛntu ase afiri saa bere a wɔn mu na ɛbɛnyini abɛtwe ntuo abɛgyina kwan so wɔn mu na ɛbɛnyini abɛbɔ mpanyinfoɔ Omu na ebenyin abebo oman no. Yɛsɛ charity begin at home. Nti mesere sɛ mpanyinfo ɔmomfo mu nansi fo awofo montum obi ntu no mafo sɛ ɛhɔ yɛkɔdi agorɔ yɛnkɔko ntɔkwa wɔ hɔ no. Nti menua na madwenkyerɛ kakra hɔ no ɛyɛ art a ɛyɛ koraa ɛni kwan sɛ yɛsosɔ so because me
now
experience.
Now let's zoom in straight to the business of the day. Under the NDC, there's been a crisis. Now, some Kuku farmers is super. I think for some time now, that has been a new course on from Kuku farmers. In fact, you're sitting in same baby. Best say we didn't change boy under your administration. Nanka mo dey start here na bibi had the na kwem ne ba ne sen na Kuku farmers nkwa sa mbei. Omoti omoni hi omoni gu moten so. Eye demonstration ye dede. The chance I will say haircut na bim. Now they can't bear with it. Yet it's a global crisis. Now, who should we even trust? Because the NPP has a different version of this, even though it's a national crisis. But the NPP has a different version of it, and the NDC is saying something different. One engine in the one they control. Now, what is the government doing to make sure it's a problem we solve it? Because in fact, we'll be here. When it comes to a Greek, and then no man said began a UTM sporty and I ultimately turn a world market in any scanner who dear. Yemfani ni agro kwa yemfani sisi fu ne ba ne sen na afi dia say o ya dan mu chama Kuku pharmacy.
Menua me de aseda ma na machi fu bio. Ebre we ye bra we show ya na me de see friend and the crebre.
Kanokre, opening kanokre.
Adia yeah. So be hwe Ghana ni aka no kra kire no ade Ghana for dodo na empe so be ka no kra akire no na and the crows ya utimi mie woni ka ana ye koko metima ka se Ghana uyi ifi bie ma nipa 10 nipa be 3-4 are benefited from koko either say by form of education by any form of help biano ifi biana titru from the southern sector. It's not free enough they can the kuku but in other way round no donors benefit from kuku scholarship any other form of help. Kuku and it's me boy minor up to this extent. Now Ghana kwani or Miami me say ade cost or mafo. That is my problem. Ade me who Ghana no say ade shasi say cost hardly say ebe form.
Say forward ever backwards ever. Then you put in money as a beach.
Minu nyina ka minu ibisusu sen ke be yedde sen ke be nyane nanka petrol 1 gallon no etina ba 1 cedi ki nyina be busi ye nyina ye wish no nanka cement 1 bag yetina ton be 20 cedis nke bitini aboa nanka school fees ankasa na tertiary school fees ay tu na board no o nanka o at least etimi aba form aba be du be se bia 500 Ghana cedis a obi abetimi akọ school ni bi so that's it but e ba me say na yen kwa de ade ekosora entimi ma form ye to kosora na ka ho no e be kosoro sa ye compare and contrast say ye say petrol e bo kosoro e wa dwaman so e me ye tum obi ankasa ye compare and contrast see ye teso abanu ne de osiabeto aban so say ya ti petrol so adwaman so nti ye meti petrol so na ban no so de osie ayoyo no ati petrol no so ti me mofo se ye de ya yere ye nti so ye nti lorry fare so same thing applies to cocoa sector. Yeni ankasa no, let me use this opportunity. You see, you don't create a bush around your house whilst you don't have toilets. Say what say a friend say if you na say what's the new side baby no new toilet you do feel hungina obenya yes because do feel do hungina no new toilet we from kama obeji baby obefa say edi ntina me busa be wisi cocoa ababeye the backbone of the country. Mind you, say you cocoa so na the friends say you produce share better, you produce coffee, you produce cashew. What have you? The deity na cocoa nkwan ho asem ne and I committee almost say or that cocoa sector no ready abe aba sebe unim onko cocoa fu muda na bibisa unim de all chere all patchere said kasani ebe Canada enka chief psychiatric officer or senke de sebe mona mobre ona ko chief psychiatric officer and so binu ngina be ya gne say mona mobre wontim nye psychiatric officer and so kona nka experience e dambo sorry asie yɛsi de onimu to ɛna yɛde ne gyina kyerɛ no ano owura wɔyɛ cocoa box sector yɛpɛnyɛ ɔda no ɔne cocoa no yɛ producer ɛnam sɛ aban aba kɔ aban aba yɛntumi mfa nneɛma ngu akwan mu sɛ okay yɛne akasa bi produce yɛ cocoa no kurom ha ne si ɛde ayɛ chocolate ɛde ayɛ friend sɛ cocoa butter ɛde ayɛ nneɛma bebree ne yɛatɔn no ha ne sɛ ɛde akɔ adwaman so akɔtɔn agye mfasoɔ no yɛde ɛde raw material na akɔ ne akɔ akɔtɔn na yɛbɛtɔ chocolate kura di a agye sɛ sɛbe vast day asɛm wei ɛnyɛ tan kurom ha no sɛ nipa he na ɛtumi di chocolate per day per week ɛnso ba aburokyire a chocolate the most cheapest thing ɛwɔ aburokyire cocoa na ɔmo de firi ha no si yɛmɛ mu anam de ba aburokyire ɛno nti ɛnam sɛ nneɛma a yɛntumi afa ngu akwan mu ama yɛntumi mproduce yɛ ankasa yɛ adeɛ wɔ yɛ kurom na yɛde kɔ obi man so na ɛkɔ produce na ɔde aba no ɛkɔba sɛ ɛte kyima ɛwɔ hɔnom na ɔsi sei na mede bɛma wo a woni option because cocoa no sɛ ɔso ɔntɔ a wogra no wodeɛ na ɔde bɛyɛ question that is ade akɔfa wɔ si nyinaa aba nti sɛ ɛboɔ no aba fam ɛwɔ adwaman so a na ban na ɔno ɔde kɔ no yɛni any means bi ebitumi aproduce sɛ yɛde kɔkora ne sɛ yɛntɔ a yɛsan return a yɛde bɛyɛ deɛ my question minu mi yɛde cocoa no raw no yɛde bɛyɛ deɛ yɛhata na ɛwɔ a sɛ yɛnkɔtɔn a wode bɛyɛ deɛ ade so ɔde ase ɛkyerɛ sɛ wei ɛyɛ sign for us sɛ yɛbɛtumi ɛde nneɛma agu akwan mu na yɛayɛ hwehwɛ nneɛma yi yɛsɛ kɔba sɛ yɛamfa nkɔ adwaman so koraa no a yɛne ankasa yɛbɛtumi abɔ ho bra aproduce the raw material no ɛde ayɛ nneɛma ɛde akɔ adwaman so danse yɛde raw material no bɛkɔ adwaman so ne akɔ akɔ finish ne asan de abrɛ ne atɔ no wɔ ha no ti that's a sense of madness so ɔde ase nti nsuo wɔ si ana ɛɛden sɛ wobɛhwɛ Ghana anim aka no korɛ but the truth of matter ne sɛ ɔsi yɛtumi ɛma abusuafoɔ hunu sɛ ɛmfiri ɔman no mu yɛn mmom ne yɛhyehyɛ yɛ nneɛma yie ɛna ade no yɛde kɔ adwaman so nti wokɔ na sɛ biribi kɔte kyima na sɛ boɔ no sesa a aban no have no option sɛ ɔnkɔbɔ besia ɛmfa mɛtɔ kookoo no so ade aseɛ yɛ compare and contrast yɛne Cote d'Ivoire for ɛne sɛ Cote d'Ivoire deɛ nti abɛ Cote d'Ivoire for price bitumi akɔ soro kakra bi asene Ghana ne sɛ Cote d'Ivoire aban no ɛma ɔmo fertilizer aban no spray ma ɔmo aban no mo hwɛ ɔmo ana de ɔmo biribi ayɛ so therefore they decide their price but Ghana as my country Ghana and as a country called Ghana aban no ɛtumi subsidize most of farm input across the country in the help of cocoa farmers. Sorry, I say, and yet for the first time I hear this as we see. Sorry, I say, a bear ya say me making a cancer yati cocoa was with the emede no, and you made it say my benefit from cocoa. Son in the public do not so benefiting from cocoa. The truth of matter is say what benefited, but and the Cree woman say a bono assessor. I will get mine so. A temporary and yet permanent. And see a here lies the case of seeing a yen duo. Nafi a yenumus you dream of as a son, a bino dinner, my papi go up. A by way a buyer would see Ghana for, would see Ububro for, would see Equia for. Because of na NPP, ain't mean Equia for, or share election year 2024. All the MPs across the cocoa sectors in Nelusum seats. The switch to NDC, which means that NDC is a party who listening, a government who listening. And we are here to serve the nation. We are not here to condemn or to accuse our farmers. Our farmers have support about 75% of the nation growth. And the senema etchema, senior petrol so a call for my binary or see a treso at Mamufona Yereno. Sekuko nso aba foma mesremo. Omi enya ne saa. Na unsum oni nipa. Saban no ekotu petrol no discount be so kuku ma. The same akwesikuno gina kwantia no. Obesan discount ba be for refer. Oba bitua friends say sheti ade ema akwesi won ma. Enti mi fi se enye boa obi akotena ba bi se o fesika no de akwa tu no botum akwa die na bi se abet. Eye crisis ayede. Esi.
What's the way forward?
My way forward in say friends ye musu atwen ope empanyfo de nema egu akwam de me mesre ebusuafo na se Ghana for se titru NDC amansem city ye farming communities no mesre amanse and I no me call shop e wo Kroman to Germany na me koto abrobe na me who say this product is from Ghana na me niaje wow from insan wom oh afi abrofo me wona so mo hwe me krom abrobe obi abedi bi me twa mani na be friends Sibega and also the kube na the kube chips and also from Ghana not wow ya ku eni e kire say aban na obono homode ne say Bufa Minister of Food and Agriculture Forestry Commission yin na de nyema egu akwam ni ahwe say ye cocoa any farm produce be ye produce be anka ye so ye no organic anka the whole we are seeing anka ope organic food anka Ghana pen abenya bia I think say can be the best because sa nyema making organic shop na mko hunu kroma no see yeah no yempanyi for akrekra because mechini most part of Europe minim baby a yede what do you call agrochemicals we decide yede do food ni na ka ho ana ma friends ekoko akuafo no omobo friends omusu no because okọ kreska na de akoto do akọ spin kuku ni na iso eye ka enti so okoton na so anya sika na kofa friends or how ni sum aba enti mesre aban se mesre minim se agrochemicals ye ngu obi adwuma but say yen sase no mo me hwe de nka say yen sase no ebokuafo no so ka ne board ne enti minim say eba o man ma yetua to e mo man no so inya so mfa so but mo me hwe agro friends sa chemicals na yede say yemfu no ene friend say o hwe chemicals yede say yemfu yede say yimru yede say yakwaye ene garamsey for no difference just as garamsey ni o yin won say o yesi but o hwe at the rate yede chemicals say ye nema no say yen sas na very dangerous. The message abane enkram fidie titru kuku fa sectors no mfidie dodo na aba o yusu edru so I say na yen fama kuku akuafo no mo fa no mo kuku na sie kuku no be ye organic a be ye pure ye ne be determine price world market ye enye be kire ebo a ye beji enyum na be kire bo the akuafo no ama misu ya me bo akuafo no friend say as like ye bu mo kwase na bibisa ti mesre said you in the technology kwanimu you will feed ya do be bria ya de do a we don't need say the chemicals sa chemicals ye di bo kuku ya na say di bo yem fie di bo ye board de ne ne ma ngina so ensuo to na san ho na kogu ensu tinenu na kokum emumwa woni mi ngina be ya adwene say ye ne atene nkura ase no in the aspect of this chemicals we decide need so many chemicals ye de ye yemfo and enwa kura ahira emiri a free system no a whole lot of things yene ana ye ho me tini Europe baby bebre me nim baby e this anima no sorry I say enti mesres aban no ontwe na ni hwe ho no na produce organic things na see produce organic we determine the price because even Europe one say no more market Europe ni friends American here you know o shop your organic food or na more than inorganic the choice is yours It's so better organic na wo no a be use nti mesra man say mama yen produce organic cocoa yen support your farmers no emu aye den eye additional because every challenge is a lesson to us. We na ban say or see additional yen produce pure organic cocoa to the world market. We are going to determine our price, or we are going to produce everything locally here.
Are you saying Ghanaians are not producing pure organic cocoa?
No. That is not my issue. My issue is we are trying to determine the world market because you need Cote d'Ivoire na compete. So I say, okay, business field you need Cote d'Ivoire na compete the whole year in friends cocoa we are seeing na in Cote d'Ivoire in produce the highest number of cocoa global market. Now me person me tell say Ghana yen standard. Yen ti Cote d'Ivoire for any more than the Cote d'Ivoire for this world market. Now cocoa we free Cote d'Ivoire, now we free Ghana. We are going to choose Ghana one. Then Ghana, we are going to determine our price. That is where I'm coming from. That is strategic business because agribusiness, they will teach you all those things. Because any Ghana can produce cocoa. So what I say.
Okay.
You see the entire buy or compare and contrast that Cote d'Ivoire for price no was not Ghana. So what I say. And when I make sure I buy say, Mofa, inti no more Franco Agri say, we are going to make difference in our cocoa products. Say, Oko world market, Oko baby Switzerland, na cocoa we make me identify. And your bottle ni gumulu kurano. Uhe beans na we di mikrum cocoa ni efri Ghana. So I say, oh say we inti say, who difference ni na? Yen ye better say okay say, what our friends say Ghana cocoa no. Ye better 1 ton ebia 100 euro and I say $100, 100 pounds according to the currency ratio. Inti say your Cote d'Ivoire for the near Ghana for the see who difference news and Ghana cocoa near far better than Cote d'Ivoire for the we are going to determine the price. And Kobase and the Kuafosu Musuminan on the Cote d'Ivoire price and the differentiate. And so your cocoa near far better than Cote d'Ivoire. And the Master Mofa said, and when I Kuafonu use on the boarding. Abano omen and inco. Sabino ain't fan and inco. Omian crank figure a beboa. Ah, Quenino on koto a cucur cacana wa carino, on for cotton and kugusu. After baby in a beco wet market and near a bossy near deba. Abano so said the Sabunti Kuyeska and me cushing. Sorry, I say. And she said, it me, Abana to me at the Nimagu come and moon fidi beating the ando. Nemco basse, or non a cacana wenyan. Or the quacotun feed, the quacotun no the quacugusu. Knife of quacoton no as amboka, and no and there any breban. It's a mesre. That's a boa. Yen a friend say ye fear no yen see authority mean. We shouldn't clear the bush. And you can see coming in Sassano. So what I say, because with the effects of this chemical and also negative effects of our cocoa. And then your cocoa Kuafonu na nbe adwene na free farming community no say enne enima bebre asesa enne bayire si kura utwam no ano a bayira da ne mana utwa bayire mu na di 3 days abeko na yeko edi entia enu na yedidua no edoso kuma nso kwa Africa market na to bayire no ani ni ya adetia untimi panye hwe e Ghana adwuma into the same thing in Kruma whole lot of just say can say all the produce he produce from the farm gate is 90% enu na edigu so no intimacy aban men ani nkoko na se wodi moku free Ghana eba Europe ne wo oh moku dey your friends original one fan share fridge mkro na betimi ada abre empra we are going to determine the price enye koko nko na mega nesta ori ase enkuto na ya friend say I show speed bag Ghana hwe dey friend say ye koko yenkuto wotimi abebo ho de room na kwakudu even fugu the fugu akwakwe because of fugu the high quality of fugu ntimi fa machine bi anyiti and the areas baby will be a fugu di ase and when I'm a person Ghana a different adwaman so that is where I'm coming from. Yeah, I'm not trying to say a friends you produce quality we are produced but you should make more quality in the world market a bit more differentiate yen a price beba and yet omo na bit the price of the mamba and timinua mess you for ne say afia ne muye esu kasa be bobi ade na yen musu ntwen ope aban we aban a utie ohiani utie muburo utie ekunafo utie unibi enti yedi nema pegu akwa so na enchenche e wonafe ekuafo yegina ye besre e ka de oni ntuma nko a Dr. Bongo Muni NPP for the Anakum de Baby Buzi. But it's Ranka Yankopon say, ye war, Usuboni John Dramani Mahama, Osia de unim de enye no ye de ye, na or de enyamapa egu akwam emane manfo, obesisa enyama, shebresa for Ura John Dramani Mahama, obesisa enyama mekuafo at the Isanse ye, or Tana Petro, yarum timid call almost 20 cities, no timid abba, ama in the Petro. Ukra, friend say 100 cities out to make feel car, and no actually say, ya masi eba say, oh man, it is a cuckoo. Ya two more grandma boss, ye yet the more for say, ye better so, say ye baby kumu for no. Yenti say, ya no say, what the friend say, Bible so we form, or by say, baby, we no kumu say. Na ye NDC ye basi be mobinian morso, so I say, enti, for me mamma and me papa minuanum, me for. I'm speaking as a Greek student. Eti minim seni
Opening that's if I see mommy.
Baby a cop kusibia na adwebere minim sem kofo bebre sisi chira demonstration akoso nyina no e ka de oni ntuma nko ade na ka demonstration akoso sa because afini kakrenia obaya mahwa asem ko mbepe baby e di tukuru ato enso aban papa aba munya bebi emfa no saa de we si na ama MPP mpeso munya no na obebubo mutukuru enso abanya wutie omobro ni no ko de nyama pegu akwan na mu se enchenche e wonafe ekuafo mu beti de
Dr. Masood Abungu. Dr. Masood Abungu chairman for the NPP Russia branch. Somebody wabeka yehu ewa humano. So let me give him the opportunity to also touch on this issue na in 20 minutes. So Doc.
Yeah.
Doc, good evening, Akwaba.
Yeah.
Medasi. Dog, you are na yet 20% in some summary. Also, Ghana in terms of our cocoa and our cocoa farmers know what they are experiencing right now. And I believe, say, what is a family admin in making a comment on the cocoa issue? What is your take on it?
Lawrence, medical atia utie for na masre omo fan shame say madly kakra. Jumonti amama.
Yes, and now, mind people for no abemebu. Tayana wabantem kakra.
Yo, mate. Na machia etie for bibi omo bia michio mo APP for so bibi omo bia michio mo. Na mi kopa na desumechia no. Lawrence, ye ka cocoa farmers. Ena nye atu no. Asamba ko pe na meka. NDC omunjuni Ghana for ho. Ana tina meka sa. Unim say omuti cocoa for prizes. Omuti cocoa farmers prizes. And omuye demonstration and sana senior staff for no so omudi no so tete. Kaya baya ojuni Ghana for ho no a. Ka tema cocoa bo no ko fom no. Na ko say that time na kom ka so cocoa bo na ko fom. Until senior staff that here your salary so man yes o me announce cocoa farmers there and a year demonstration and a money yes but Lawrence my hwe Argentina I was say cocoa farmers affect you Argentina was say basa only say cocoa beans no ebi wo hodarada un say Ghana ye di kan aban no to every cocoa farmers no they see Odisia na here and I say one kosura no I there no at all. But only greedy and incompetent. Your friend is Randy Abbey. We're incompetent. Not go so shunya every the previous go and I say not go so bisa. Because the metia say Omato cocoa beans na atu honu. And the time na price no wash honu. Not go so Tony na. Wow, not go so Tony na Ghana yes kebebre. Naga they trade to your farmers and Kasami Kokebet to high price. But price no cost no still no hoarding cocoa no cocoa beans no hoarding. As you say price in bed ever cost no at all no when ye be. Wow cat any proye. And tika a bon cost or tombia or benye biash and bottom. senior servants be bi sana allegations no ebi mu eka ba me investigate say me hwe say e ya no kra na say ya no kra but o hwe sana e ko so president ko soro e ko duru baby na ko say ye ton e business ni na ka baya is ka bebre na e asase e tobio abaya yesa e na president tiba phone and abaya no onim da president be ko soro bio e na se na so ton na nyesika enuntina watete cocoa business no because abaya to fufuro no o say kai abaya to e ni oba harvest no afa na abaya beto but e kana ba and as a swati if you say last year they na abaya to no wanti me ato no abra price ni kosoro no no wanti me ato ente no gu ho no no eno na se no obeto no fofofo ente abaya to no fofo obeboka eno no person to ni omo de ba no fofofo e ba farmers no so that in the following year no obeti me ato anya faso ente omo ye calculated mistake Lord is no omo ye calculated mistake and this is as well say ba cocoa board na se see no so no o hwe cocoa board a omo nim the farmers omo nim omo how na ye omo say omo to land cruisers omo to cars and omo bonuses akakra Rani Abe CEO of cocoa board find salary meto ho na ye hwe cocoa farmers titi na me so no na me take cocoa scholarship na dey make cocoa farmers Lord is what to cocoa scholarship you best 50 years na me take cocoa scholarship in that but Rani Abe ban say ya no mate say what to be say 200 land cruisers so the be there farmers there go over to knapsack sprayers no to insecticides ni pesticides ni fertilizers na go distribute them for farmers no so make my use pesticides no I could go pests now omo ha farms no insecticides no make my cook insects now omo ha cocoa farms no cocoa pod no cocoa disease no omo fertilizers no make my fertilize cocoa farms no make my there coconut man fifi abo aye cocoa abo generating pulse no ye what the cocoa scale that ko invest in land cruisers mom salary kakraka let's say no why become they say world market price. I'm highly disappointed in cocoa board and Rani Abe and John Mahama. I'm highly disappointed. Almost share no 2 farmers in a year because this year oh John Mahama, why increasing light bill? Why increasing water bill? Now this year no baby who have reduced cocoa so better not your water bills. Better not your light bills. By day every 2 light bills. Better not your water bills because we're increasing need now we take cocoa price. When I yes, and they go on 2 light bills no so let's take cocoa price no so. Emi ya me offer or cocoa farm. Sika we invest it on cocoa farm no. How much no calculate say e bi wa ka ho. Once you say ni odi ejun who already invest price now the year invest no. No you say you better to say woo. And to ya cocoa wa and them guys on ya abutre. Na ye farmers no. Ni ebusefo no. You be demonstration against abai no. Ye demonstration na is a sign of protest. Abai ni betie na why bibi because the man say sorry to say chrono on be so muton fo no matter the say no man for so bebre e dey show moto na farmers no unchiro omo Lawrence sana dey ekoye but yem penny more omo kra you make sure say farmers no menye ni also omo ye omeji ni also omo je Lawrence
na say amono you say cocoa farmers e to agua bonten a omo demonstration and na dia unhu ekoso echin say demonstration omo ye net politically motivated say NPP for no sha say no yes no kra wum ni say
Lawrence, when political motivated. Say NDC nim say politics ha cocoa farmers na carbine no can question on reduce cocoa prices. We should always look at the effect, the cost. I don't know we demonstration. Only demonstration because I buy at the cocoa price so and only demonstration. Now I buy here then O2 water bill so A2 electricity bill. No cocoa price they are got so. And then I go say water bill, no cocoa bills, no water bill. Ne electricity bill. No go say I buy so. No who say I buy is fair. Now what it what to atuwe as I buy. Why we cocoa there no have it so. Or me demonstration now. No say is political motivated. Political motivation why? We don't have NDC cocoa farmers. We don't have NPP cocoa farmers. What we have is Ghana cocoa farmers. Omunya politicians, they are merely farmers in our community. Abai ati cocoa price so omuni nje and omuye demonstration. There's nothing like political motivated. Omu welfare and omujunu ho. Omu welfare and omujunu ho. Now buying any sensitive. Cause yes, sensitive who cocoa farmers bra omu bre baby omu da cocoa farm. This is cocoa farm measure. Ebi mo ha osora na pa ordinary kan otimi nante sa 3 kilometers. Omu kwa ni nya no one nante sa akodo no cocoa farm. Obi wa take 3 years, 4 years do cocoa farm. Asa na produce. E produce ya wa be to say womb. Unjunu ho. You should think of it. Uka ya ban papa. Unjunu Ghana for one. Ko be junu ho. After cocoa no mo dey how many years asa na so aba. Price no say. Naka what subsidize the prices no. Ko junu cocoa farmers no ko subsidize the prices no. E dey amount. Naka staff no. What to tell me na salary so. No the amount cocoa farmers no. Because some of cocoa na mba. There's no cocoa board. Now why you home? What to tell me prices so. At to tell me welfare home. Omo dey omunya Ghana for. The moment demonstration no say is political motivated. What kind of political motivated? What kind of me pay your mama? No more bisa ni ye. Me pay na bisa ni ye. No tie me a che. No make sure say farmers no price no. Omo dey price na also the mom no. Omo farm mom Lawrence me that say.
Yanka problem na yin jani try and find solutions to whatever the problem is. So we make you point from where you sit, what do you think the solution can be? Then
me that say, Lawrence, the solution in say I was say about first of all, on contact the previous government, the previous board, the previous CEO, and also the predecessor. Ebisano, no money guidelines. 1, 2, farmers, you should take interest in their welfare. You're taking farmers for granted. Like if you take their interest, now you're analyzing the amount of investment that cocoa farms no. There should be a mechanism. The price still you maintain all price, and there should be a mechanism. Because at the end of the day, government cocoa he's making profit, right? Government making profit. And this price never affected farmers here. The previous years government in year profit no. On fire no and recover na government side no and maintain this so that farmers will still at least so man yet more price now. Last year price now and you can say a swati almost 1,000. A dorsal. And I'll say a mechanism. That's the solution. 1, government or turn price now. I don't share where market no price no. So price no cost for measure so attorney na your profit. Right? So that the previous years never no or be subsidize the price number 4 more or which man sustaining this I'm a farmers no. And the 2, or say I buy and invest a lot in the farms. Or invest a lot in the farm to set it now mechano. Cocoa scholarship no unto whom you unto once and you. Say points up NDC politicians Nigeria for politicians Nigeria for mean to me. I buy and make sure say and some fine number. Wow, ye pressure na e war musu because there any less. And nothing that a bit more reluctant. So I'm better cocoa farms. Ama minus no. Because they'll make more money than leaving it, and at the end of the day, the government be jojo almost with these prices. And the Lawrence, me feel say I buy here sana ever boy. And at the same time, so why are we even selling the cocoa beans? You don't even produce chocolate. You don't produce golden tree chocolate. It's one of the finest chocolate. But you don't market, you know. Meanwhile, your embassies across almost half of the world countries. I don't think embassies, you know, ain't me promote it, ain't me ton. I don't know businessmen, ain't me promote chocolate. Now if you are who supermarket Europe, golden tree chocolate. You see other brands. And we are selling the raw materials, and that is the effect. So it's time to start buying how to add value onto our cocoa by producing chocolate, liquor, and making oil, so that we add more value to the cocoa farms. And if farmers will produce it, they'll get a good price there because you're processing and we add value. Not enough revenue out of our cocoa farms. Now, say if you are going to sell any raw materials, they are no you are going to no printed dollars, no they are better they are any. I say you brave good. And that is some of the solutions are. If you say NDC on your mind, on my credits, na the amount, and we free, on free consultation. Why, Lawrence?
But I say, nah. I think for some time now, if you look on our screens, in our newspapers and everything, there's been one comment I trended, and today we've taken the opportunity to discuss something we call in Ghana no bed syndrome. Just say, so we are right now quite sometimes they are Ube wants say if Mianga say I've had a personal experience before. We in fact in Crawford have found one actually most especially in Kofa, said be more call a also a call in Kofa, when you emergency be nanka, ya Russian hospital na say because of him, Paddy won't eat me show mo. And I'm summa in Kofu will be a show monqua. And Che Biana, assembly to Jaya, Brent be our training qua. We eco PM parliament when pay for a junior Casacasa, in fact, Deputy Minister of Health. A science sorry, and Nanutum say. In surgery, you know, we need a friend a never event, and yes, it's I say it's Ghana, and for sometimes like it's a norm. Because but they are confident to tell you enough, say, oh, there's no bed, and you have to. When is this thing ending? And I would like to start from Kwame Ajiman. The no bed syndrome has been a thing with us. In fact, Nanka where the Eastern can be using say it's now a thing of the past. But no, it doesn't look so. As a still na kan ho ye ne nete sabe a man for efa so ehwe mo kwa woni bibi before you even talk no ma menko na memma a bite of what the deputy minister said with regards to incident you see here now so apparently be ehwe ne kwa all because of there's no bed na ye ba opani mema akonya na wo do anu account na ya person ma hwe kwan ya sa ne me na be fa so eto be twa because we believe say the HM akwa ina no na nkasisi emre yepese yehun sakraye not just in the reduction of fuel prices and not just in the other things we are experiencing but in all sectors. Iti mame ma sound bite of the Deputy Minister of Health addressing the issue of Parliament me ba opani ma akwenya na do not ye can about the no bed syndrome ekwoso Ghana na me twa me humrasia yes.
Health.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to comment on the statement made by the Honorable Minority Leader. Mr. Speaker, the death of any Ghanaian in this matter is unfortunate. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and the loved ones of the deceased, and also to the entire nation. Mr. Speaker, I am the Deputy Minister of Health and also a traumatologist. In other words, I'm trained as a trauma surgeon specialist and consultant. Mr. Speaker, The event that led to this unfortunate incident and demise of the gentleman is tragic and should not happen. Mr. Speaker, in surgery, we call this a never event. Mr. Speaker, a never event is an event that should never happen. Under no circumstance, Mr. Speaker, should a human being die this way.
These are the words of the Deputy Minister of Health. Now, I believe someone's watching TV in the room. Pacho, wait 5 minutes. We check it time now. It's just 27 past 7. Pacho, you have 5 minutes for this topic. Pacho, my uncle.
Okay. Mate, udi di Johnny Kwabena kwa owo tema port. Lebi obi amechia. Udi di Kwabena kwa Germany mechia. Minua. Meda wase nanka yare sem de kama ne mro be 5 minutes nanka mintimi enka ni bi. You can't no
best 5 now because we have other topics that we are dealing with. Doc will also have to take it right.
The tiane say minua nanka media ka hospital, police station, court enka ye bia keni kwan say others ni bia alcohol. Enka ye menya enka say hospital kura ebubu a enka ye obi asem. It's answer we are not promoting so be yare and say be asem busy and I think a police station but a part of humanity open beba nti yare de we say or hini kruisa so yare nkwansia o hon nti nka hospital die nka obi no ma obi dream akoso na nka hotel na nimpa nka problem hospital nimpa but minua mestre yempanyifo for the first time Dr. Bongoni Maya adwene say NDC enye propaganda bia say obemaku afọ ayayi but this time no em de say won Maya adwene na afi won menya adwene o health sector so ne ehwe edi enti na yeka say no bed syndrome sadi we see awohonom efritete meaning say this time no say nye ketasehye bi ene bi e de sabotage aban na nanka hospital party obi di kosi ni fia na say de ana say ayede meaning say yo Ghana yare ba ko an yewo kese pa ye maintenance culture say ade na say ni ye be make sure say ade na be say kra ayenye eno de number 1 yare ye kwan say efasisi tutu bi tutu kopmisi ni pa bi wu bibi say ya obi aba yehwe han ma na say isan say enye obi ama me ni aban enye obi papa ni aban aban dia aban so ni nua ba na aba be kunku ntokwa nti empa any hospitals no media me feel say present day 2026 nke it's not of the past senye sabotage bi ne sabotage aban we dia ka bisu say sa di we see di nke ni kwan say isi we ase ba bia 2 ye di hospital ni ma mi se bi na me de ko hospital e di kwansi ato nchen pyramid ade ne to nchen minua se ne na me kan say agri sector mom yenhwe ekwan a at the rate nipa ewu ewo omanum ene yare ahodo a ekoso nke bitime etu ase abranka yemfe esik ye nikura nkochire hospital nkokra enru anase yenkwa ohwe ye ni ankasa ye farmers there be me more concerned about our farmers the kind of food producer omudema yeji eno dodo na ekuye ede ekọ hospitals me dey mean say more dangerous than even the garamsey yeku ohwe enema ekuye mu ene mframa ye ho meni isu ye ma sisi ye bibia say as oman ene ye kres ye piska ekra empa ekra nru ahodo meanwhile ye ya receive bitu ase from the scratch mestre food and drugs momo mani enko mudwumadi dodo na amoye no produce bebra ekoso wo manum enema hodo ankofo bi hyetokro mu ye ensu ahodo and the kind of chemicals among for the produce enema me di no empan bekoso ashoto ye bekoso ashoto mpa mark my words si anhwe enema ye abana afane na ensi fom entutu ta enema we si nyina ase enema ebe wuro o manum any the ediku yemudi any ankasa produce no one in our peculiar interest obi said them no etime produce you know the egu abonte na nkofo tono empa bekoso asoto obi timi to eduro no dia bontus ade betina bere no otu dia ba market na beto di empa bekoso asoto ye driver timi katana ni Kumasi to Accra instead of 5-6 hours no akon 1 hour 30 minutes no kukum nipa empa bekoso asoto enti we nya dia deputy minister nsem na okan ni na eye in the field also kika sa abrofo ni na guo but the primary factor no ewe na ho ye no mu na tie di ekum ye no ye no mu na tie wo hwe a emu ekum ye kese pa nyankopon wo hwe a de bom fitia mu a jata na denchem na nyankopon hwe da eyi mu free enipa mu nti be hu jata na ise wa na ado ho akoma no denchem agi se wa na ado ho akoma no se boni ade but entontom no mu ku frequency no ye no mu na da ye ne entontom na da day in day out nti die ku ye no si entu asia empa bekoso asoto empa he Ghana ni bia bitimi nyampa baako akọ the whole hospital na oman ye tin produce nurses e bi kwama no ne na nka accident e empa soto your doctors ekukudam enti Mr. Minister mo me fi enansi form the kind of weed size ni chemicals are here apply to our environment no so woje local medicine dia sa nima we say no traditional medicine se wuji dia sa enu na ye de boy yemfie ne e friends yengura no say no enti enne obi kote bibiduru kura brewa eno so ye boachi bidi ukosa obi wu misusu se wonum obi nya problem esan se do no de e wo ngurum but baby a okote no bia de okote unim se yakobo spray e wo hono enti sani man ye ntu ase Minister of Environment, Science and Technology one fa na isi for mo moni anko environment na ye wono ho a empa bekoso asort minim amount of empa aban bitim dey about to go of which are daily enipa ekọ hospital no is more than empa na ye de bekọ intimi to ase so the root cause of it ye ne netie ye ne ankasa no ye farmers no ye ne an produce ye galamsey for any an ye cost Harvard to the environment ye ne ankasa ne ye cost ye said them produce ensuo hodo a any friends quality standard ye de ma yinu an eno obi se dem ki ye eno ne de babontin beton different drinks ne de mankwala mpanyifo oton ne ade entimpa bekoso asoto asitu no because gonna the days me nyini bebre na me friends ye mu bebre no recently an ye kokko hospital obi ko nkurase ne ayi no obi be ko hospital na sa awo kra kan obi a before say ye be frɛ obi imagine awo be ba no nipa na wo wi I remember Roris Ghana pa no na information service enim nkurase ye ebode wo se awo kan wa momra hospital na mommewo na nkofo wo efom ho fom ma system ru ahodo na problem nim enne wonyim na kwa mistake ekofa bibi kosa obeti okakanka se wuru madu bi a na wona na ete na odi se nanim woro ewe na ebo no enne okoti bi si wonu ubewu edi entia because ya kra niema bebre poison be gu ya man ma ye de say ni ankase ensa say ni esan tudi politician mesre this show is enokremre mommy e fa nancy for no man ye say na ye say ma ni an ho esan say si avena nancy for ma enuane no ini the same market ne kwa kotwa bedi empa be kwaso ashoto na se ya nye ni ma ye na se ba ye mfiri Ghana enko different hospital e wa ma no ne se kwa kwose ho yare abro no num no watimi aboni kuro ho ban yensu your right to protect our environment we have right to protect our citizens and the man ekoso no ye di bi o market o mesre this is not politics. This is advice to my nation Ghana. Enema ema omoton nyema wodwom ebinum e de frefra enwo besia ba e different colors. E de be na menka entos e ho ko obetwam na e green. One e dada no. Enema bebre emoko besia ba. wodi si wade betina pro bayre utwam eda ho na yese pan no empa bekoso asoto ye hiase ebe yempa hiase bitu ase. This is not the empa no bear syndrome no ebekoso ye nya maintenance.
I've been kind enough and you've exceeded your 5 minutes. But we have another topic.
Mr. Obama, you maintenance na say a control environment, any food standard, a quality control, the fee say some a best syndrome, a betting of the passer, yen to be quabu, Yarewo, and Quenchio, but do na ankasa, yen yankasa ni kumio, it mesere, a bine, Monfomunensifo, Mufa, Monfomunensifo, food standard authority, Monfomunensifo. Namun control, namun shese on minor, ebe koso amampa asotwa. Because I'm team for ama obi ampa. One man, one bed, AC. It is a nipa able tree. Ekugu hospital, ebe koso asotumpa. Meaning say sadi with the Dr. Bongo kra, oma mekebi. And the Dr. Bongo time becoming, now come there 2, NPP 4, nam there 2 NDC 4, nam there 2 mining enough for Naki Akuyen. Because Dr. Bongo, Makasa Maneri.
Opening that's the doc.
Yeah, Lawrence.
We are still talking about the Nobel syndrome. I bet 10 of us, because of this.
We are a country that don't take things as our priority. Lawrence, share. Maybe say, oh dear, who reckoned beer, who kiosk, and I said beer by a tonsa. She said, near. Yadibe unum amaye kuya na sebe yare ni dia ukoko ne bia obenya enti time aso se sie no bro no bia ko na bia obeko bia no yenye health kiosk and to at least health kiosk or community bia with 5 beds anya kura na yemfa nurse and as a health professionals menu and as a entrepreneur bi enfa ye na juma na ko na bia on bie health post. And as a health kiosk, to say be a kiosk and turn some amount for a turn name and amount for no say ye be. I don't know make us a guy almost say can me interview. Almost say can abonu hit and run. Or born in another can revenue journey. Oh no mutameno. Almost call first hospital, almost see emergency bed in New York. Second hospital bed in New York. Third hospital bed in New York. And oh yeah, and the ambulance ni chinisa or ye with your patron. And the bed wa honuma ka this gentleman 29 years oni yere onimba young man wako China akon school awie aba o mafan koda so tiase o but because bed in honum and as a country you are not making provisions for this bed unim say guy no wu ye na problem ban this is a nurse this is a doctor this is a medical doctor. This is a doctor pa. And if you ever to me, a bit more to medical doctor, a bit more to politician, a bit more to BR. And untina service me find politics. And untina MPP are buying no. Almuka some agenda 1-1. So you can get enough hospital, 111 hospitals, right? Meaning it is a good initiative, good policy, but unfortunately, MPP free by government no. Na yentima wie ni na uncommission ni na but NDC aba kamesra say aban em faster things up na see it doesn't matter MPP na start to NDC na start to let's build upon it in necessity fee omunye juma ye they should absorb them who absorb one ukraina just make pay as you treat to say near one first answer na kufo power no first na cash and carry who are no hospital you pay and this advancing necessary insurance in your crown only all complete na nurses now mutifie na munye adwuma doctors are mutifie munye adwuma only omun ko ho enko ye adwuma na ye cash and carry that means yare be say emergency cases no can families ni bi wo honoma they will pay for their family to survive. Why are we doing this to ourselves? I didn't know yes sir. I didn't know yeah bro my own. You will be bia. Now see who chire. You will sika also come there. Adey. ya adwene no enti mesrɛ aban mesrɛ John Mahama yesi agenda 1111 hospital but this one also the program bi aba me refi a obesisi kwan no oh your friend is saying kra on
Big push.
initiative bi aba the big push almost 30 years but on June say the big push no yesisi kwan ni wi a na drive na accident ba they will go to the hospital. Our population is increasing, so it's time say the big push on the hospital facilities, the health facilities here because you kwan ni the more you create coin, the more cars ni journey rough no. The more you be a man for, the more accident they see, the more they will not be seen, they will not be best. Nti nipa ni wu number wu. Nti mesra by Sergeant 11 hospitals no. On see ni na. You can imagine 111 hospitals. The number of beds are a bit more creative. Nti ba ku bia create 200 beds krana. Calculate 200 times 100. It's going to be 2,000. And more pressure now I walk the main hospitals, the tertiary hospitals, as we take. And to mess Srabai, where dear, at the surrender with the Sre, say Ghana for own here, Ghana for help on here. I call who say, Amy ya, say bed in tea. We bed in tea. And yes, say be anti bed in tea because Ghana born lawyer or you're alive. Na yo ko be ewe no so. Enti misa sre Lawrence misre. So you entrepreneur, you medical nurse, you host be must start any kiosk in the community I want. Who they health kiosk in Chohono. People who patronize, mina maker. Yanzu ye health kiosk, obiti yare obeba. Yansha say ye health kiosk, ne enjoy sport, ni bus, ni kiosk ye ne amo for tons ano. Nurses ni medical staffs no, medical experts no. Omo amu medical training no. Our motivate no. They should start investing in health entrepreneurship. Our create kiosks, at least 5 beds, 2 beds. Now almost started. About so initiative. Over investigate the entire hospitals no. Emergencies. Ntimi nji obi. Ntimi nji in emergency situation. And treatment. Na tosi nipa bi sa no. Abai and finding ways of means and investigation already. Now solving because about my to me. About my to be for health there. So by yaron yare is inevitable.
Now, Doc, can't we have in fact there was an ambulance. So can't we have a system and ambulance service piano in every ambulance, and we have personnel who could have handled such situations and comma, because if you move you call one place to the other and there's no bed, and you don't have the professionals in the ambulance to at least take care of you whilst you are in the ambulance to make the necessary calls to see say bed available that we can move in. Is it not possible?
Yes, that is another story. But Usha, the ambulance now Mokano, they have gone to 3 facilities. So that means they are doing something, right? You also said no ambulance, no oxygen room, blood room, and they were still doing something. Go Muko first one, Omuko second one, Omuko third one. Maybe they were trying. But what only the black man is not capable of managing his own affairs, right?
Even in 2020, 21st
Even in
century.
2028, because we bisano, Omaka say if your ambulance, if you're not oxygen are short, if you go into details, I don't know. Omaka say if you're no money blood cry, right? Because our ambulance service, is not up to the best. Ambulance and nim Martina Bochre, and as a more Bochre, minim ambulance service and multi provider. Over Ghana, it's not the same. The ambulance services are poor. And we don't even have roads for the ambulances. Imagine Accra, traffic chin ambulance squad, it will be amphine. A choke ya, will be ambulance in you. So you can imagine. And ambulance is not made to treat patients. That is one thing you should know. We are seeing ambulance for patients are it has to go to the hospital. No more professionals and treatment. The ambulances maybe they'll just have first aid treatment, but you need specific designated hospital. And nuclear hospitals in Ukraine, we have them in grades. You can take somebody to maybe 37, which have experts. right? When it become west, they will move into Kolebu. That means Kolebu have more specialists, even than 37. So there's grade by grade. And yeah.
Okay, me that say. Jigbeji efua kweku yevu asempa ni buache frimpom befi Robert Kimpe and others in pacho me hu message no enche bia no meka ma na mo meka mo say if obe kan ho e wa na sentintan dwumedi program yi so aye ya mesrew wo akwanya say obe share dwumedi na ma nkrofo na obi bia anya kwan ihwe ahwe bia na wetie bi nti pacho mo am sabre no you are here with your comment and all that no I really appreciate. Make sure say mobile share Jumedi no na Jumedi no itimi akọ ekyire amaye. Na enche bia no. Meji brana maka message. It is 47 minutes into the hour 7 and we are still on the show no Crime Live on Today Ghana News TV. Me amedi Jumedi ho cham medi Lawrence apini ebo. So aka last topic I discussing. We don't want to spend much time on this. Na question na maybe some who. And earlier on I was also saying say we allow certain things into the country. And sometimes it's very bad saying kofa yabo modern na yetua muka say nka mombeda e borders so mombeda ya kwan so said e be ya bibi e kochima bibi e rura country no a na nka mohwa man bi mu say sabri san krofo na na omo allow na nyoma etwem. In fact that threat does not even go down to yankasa nyoma say be eba yekrum nkwa ho. Now even our routes, because there are things to check the weight of every car on our roads. And ube say car way, it shouldn't be on the road with this kind of load. And so na ho na eko. And check na ye kwan inambo asase. And you are born in the area country because in Kofa ye tue mka say sebe mkota bibia vital point meaning making sure say nyama bi nyama boni bi make omo allow. And it's been something that is of a great worry. In fact, make way ecosi cargo transit and the loss of revenue as the yenya is very bad. The Ghana Revenue Authority has interdicted 5 custom divisions officers over the alleged procedural discrepancies linked to George Edding. Hey, on my movie. One way the Ankasa, this is what we are talking about the GRA crackdown now. 5 custom officers are interdicted. See, why I am blaming you? Who is even watching the custom officer? Now, them say be a car we and it's supposed not to be on the road. Blame no comma officer in charge of Shema Saka and grab a trim. Now, business of man we say be open your you have just 5 minutes. Now it's 7:50 now. Let's tackle this issue, Papa, so we can move on to other things. Opening Madaroma. Opening 5 minutes. Madaroma.
Me da say metie abusuafo nyina na ya to aso. Minua, wo hwe at the rate ye ni aka say ye die ma na say pese ye fa akwani asabias ne say o man na. Minim na ana nyame nwanwa say ye o man a ye timu a say obi koye dwuma na ya chen say kwame woni mi fie ofiri mu a hwe wachi. So I say enti basically enyo man no hodo e fie ofiri mu no ho davene ene kwan ofa so a wonya adwuma no make say custom na nipa no ko wura mu no yen hwe amount of money a wotu ansa no wura mu enti wonya sa kwanya na obete neka. Same thing applies to our politicians. Obi baba yi tana say ope MP o hwe the whole 4 years sika obenya any campaign obeye ni sika obese na sika obese no even the whole or some extra 4 years kana ultimate but obese says can for 4 years and it's any pay obenya position. What do you expect? And to me them is to say all these things should be from scratch. So be police from it should be part of our education curriculum. any quasi a yen say nipa na benyina wie na after oh ye be a listment one no. This can lead to corruption because obia adwumani o man obia peso wuram nti se okonyo obi na otua kakra na akoba besia obeteneka nti the rightful way also be hwe ne the abo man ho bra no onye imagine say sarcasm ya etimi penetrate ibi wura a friend say ye man say a friend say atorenche bi anase se ekura a friend say ewu ekodi ewu ni ma bi e ba beku oman no mfo na bakofo wa makwan na be say nyina sorry I say why na ye no oyo o a friend say so yo to abra sebe otayem na de wo ye no ofi say onko akakra bidi waje de bia meka say senye dia aban no na apese o sabotage na wa na wo yo ho sebe ba fancy wo yi oni say ye do akokotena en me nua ho so do ni akere afra wo ruda ka be say yes Ghana eboka wo do ni akere temere paga western region border na e wo no say Cote d'Ivoire elibu wo say yes Ghana eboka ho na ye no uwi ya okura na beka to say kwan ne ye sika akotena ho na gini afanya o man yero wono de oja na de agubuto no oja no na ba na hu say sa de boni bi no kofa say o de ba o man ma oja no wura bi say o ma me bi nsu kwakutu bi ana so ma me bi nsu e kwaku yisu ade koro na oja me ba enti enye obi na wo ye no wankasa na wo ye o so ara say yen kasa mi say o gini nipa tuntum ho a wonte ase wasue otse obesumo man no odo wonkwan nyina besumo man no ne de ya pam uniform de ahyɛ etua woka oda demo ye bibia kama na wo de wankasa wo ye funu nti wo se oman no moka iwia ne akotena sorry dem kwasi ada enti minua sa topic we a topic a here full time to educate the Ghanaian youth and 5 minutes because it's very bad. This is to cry for my mother Ghana. This is very bad issue. But president said, and your custom police, teachers, teacher nyan kasa any gen extra classes now as sunny the abide their man so onion. Yanko hospitals. If in hospital, like I said, no bed syndrome. Say hospital ankasa say one kasa say okone say V8 in BC wa no matter baby a bed CB obenya bed so ada. Wodi ma trotro nkwesi. Anase ma prage nkwesi na hweso obenya bed so ada. Why na ye no? Ufi say V8 ni kwesi ho ene yi na even the doctors go aba so nsado akọ say betana meda. Yebenya baby am oda. But ufri prage musi anase say trotro na de okoya obehu. So I say, as like we don't value ourselves. Very bad. That topic is a topic I never be so. It makes me the man who see decent. Na mentia me ankasa me mame, owo me. Elizabeth Bodua, soft mame. Eki mi bawa bruti obi a metia. Obi kwabana sante. Kwabana sante. Metia. Na metia busu
na. Doc, same topic. Same topic, Doc.
Yeah, Lawrence. One who is security service, one who public service, and a Ghana problem. That they be no, yeah, see minus, and I say Galamsey for also. But your main problem with Ghana is the security services. I don't know me because when you say cost of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Ghana Police, Ufri, Kumase Ko Buase, Police Post Kunkwaya 5, and the NPP ne was how say Ebekaya Dampare, or Cancer Police, and your movement so much NG 2 10 ni chooses. Oh, you mean Afrisu? NDC by a pet or me Dampare, police for no more almost Saudi Asa. Since your police force have a coin so, no minister experience be a. Uti line so sa. Only omu check it. Cause to me load in a canachia. Or more tendencies pet no maja no ko. No more ya. Yes, actually, private car, na be dealer sa 10 days. This one, sans can omuji ma buy. There be omuji so mboto. Let's say ya nche, me best topic, but me can't go see bibisu. Drivers for no so mukasa, passengers also mukasa. Ghana ye NDC for omo ba mu no bia ye uko fire obia ye obebia uko Ghana police obia we bia uko jare omuso ye bi obebia aden Lawrence na say ya mi ko dive say mi ko lance ka yi dive so mo ko strike enti omu ni number plate enti mi ko what ma mistake so ma mi bia insurance my comprehensive ni firi Kumasi ba first barrier o ma stop me see insurance wa o see parking yes you need my pay say on kan number o kan no o ma fa ma me DVL ya buy o mu di note aba ada un ko school o see there be any just say me three answer na ko and me three say o see 500 and I say me three 500 ma wa o mo na na o see there me ma wa ko and so corruption mu na Ghana enye yie no enu da dampare eyi mu nyina afiri kwan so ba NDC buy no and the yehunu tete masa abesisu kwan no masa de body account se see and lawlessness police na mo amu ipe bia no mo ye na me fa ko si hono jiare de na o kai a connection obi a pesika omnim se NDC aban ba a free flow incompetent beba milking the poor beba milking the state beba enti no me bia sano me enti omo edi ni mani ba ebu omo timi di me ba edi tracker shame no ma ka chere custom service say omo di ko Burkina Faso no ma di akonwa ni sa akoshe baby no ma yi tracker no edi a two car different no ma drive akotwe bodem na ni mani di ni mana ka Ghana ha o na tracker no ma yi ama car kitwa bi na car kitwa di tracker na akotwe bodem enti uti akra abaju se track na ere akosa kosi bodem mu sa na e wo so sa na me metinu me investigation ba me nimu me de ni o maka na me mitie afa na me investigation but chrono ni abro e wo security agencies no and as a public services no sa na etie enti honest yeah wo no enti e bompa abandon Lucy State and the evidence to see any NDC government no woman who say oh security agencies no say na in the logistica it is time on be sorry agita na an NPP kasadi we NC because yeah more mu kwan kra yeah more mu kwan
Penim that's it.
but and the NDC there everything can go everything will happen enti misre say yeah sir amana aso be enti ajimai mami kan chira ajimai ebi obaga na che says here no police for omo terrorize here and immigration officers nso terrorize here and says here no so GRA for so omo wi abansika and this wa ban no mamo so no njina omo na so na yenye Ghana yie right Ghana na pese ye ni yie.
Me very informed that the way AP Manuel and say why is Abongo always in a car? What is he? What is wrong? Is he running or? But your way I know Emmanuel say why is
me point ejuma tia.
But you Mati, way Jonas Akuluchi says you guys are doing great job. You are doing a great job watching live from Freiburg, Germany. Samson Anyameya Obiu says the government should take a second look at other cash crops in Ghana, watching from Nkwanta in the UT region. Prema Oye says, watching from Manchenia, who Jibwedu says, great show, watching from Somenya, Sunyane. Kweku Yepu says, watching from Rara in the UT region. Sampaini, greetings. watching and listening from Achimhemai. Prempon Baby says, good evening, my people watching from Akwisi near Sumenya. My room or Twitch and I'm sure some messages be on my. In fact, it is 1 minute past 8, and I would like to quickly wrap up so that I won't. But before then, Madam say for always muja bibia moye bia wonum ebeka yen say money ebe dwendwen ebe sinkonwa dwendwen Ghana ye ne kan kon. Madam say openi Ajiman member of the NDC diaspora committee.
The election, HB election still maintain NPP Russia chairman, still maintain.
Samson Dr. Bongo Masood, the chairman of the NPP Russia chairman branch. Mr. Penifo win
I think this sound the kind of
in check I say come bia Samreno or say ne brani adaje any ebe program go.
Devia mekano kro, Devia MPN is na propaganda, Devia me mekano kre.
Once I was saying was branding adaje sending a message near the idea. It's been no crime live on TodayGhanaNews TV. Nchaka say enko Miami boss opening set adi. As I'm your shade watching feeding my bibia ko ye. Mr. Mo, Yami Aduma next week Thursday we come back your way same time on this same channel. Bidding Lawrence Apini Ebua, and this is no crime. I'll come back your way next week. Mpacho. So na make I say you may do your channel soon now. Mpacho. Make sure you follow. Listen, enjoy. This idea womb. Now, so far, I didn't check account. Today, Ghana News is bigger and better because of you people. See to me, we can't do anything without you. Mess someone, Madam Masin. I'm here my Thursday. I'll come back your way again. See, morning, I'm in. That's it.
Oh, say yay! The African Arts, Food, Music and Culture Festival, Armenia 2026. Society, ya pa hunting of a Francis Consults, Eto Esa Afro Esbitesa, and Ghana, any Africa, some showcase creativity, and global stage. So we artists, fashion designer, chef, musician, and empo, cultural entrepreneur, and woman. So what the African young creativity ever the global stage ever Europe. Ya boy ya pomo atuho. Ya show registration I say. And it's 2% participating. And now on getting more information there. And you contact you ewa humachu for so. +374 558 508 11. And +233 542 545 815. Following our Facebook, Ope and Sembisa Ana Bibi Piata Efaye Hon. Ubetimi I email and so ewo African Cultural Festival 2018 at gmail.com. African Arts, Food, Music and Culture Festival, Armenia 2026, made of way. Africa on display, culture without borders. Yeah, that was it, baby.